Hi, everybody. Today is Friday, September 17th, and I'm going to do a review of the tweets we put out this week at TT. This is my Pits to Pixels podcast, and we're going to go over some of the information, some of the tips that I wrote and put out for the platform, sharing to shows people how to use the TT platform most effectively and gives them some inside information on how I would go about doing some of the stuff. First tweet goes back to Sunday, September 12th. On Sunday night, it's a repeat of Friday afternoons. Use conditional OMA to set one order as a trigger condition for working a second order. In this example, the buy order does not go to the exchange match engine until the sell order is executed. And if you see the image here, you see the buy order is actually down below the sell order. Because what we're looking at right here is like use case of, let's say you think there's trend line resistance or the high price today is 15. So you want to sell 15s, and then as soon as you sell 15s, you want to put a bid in to buy back at 14. Well, that's how you can do it. You can do it with a conditional order type on TT. A lot of things you can do with the conditional order type. You can actually, trigger an order in bonds based off of fill and notes and things like that. A lot of things you can do with the conditional order type, and I highly recommend you get in there and check them out. Click on the link in the tweet. It's going to take you to TT Help Library and show you exactly how this all works with some good, real strong documentation and how the conditional order type works. So get in there, check it out. Hopefully you'll find some value in that one. Next tweet. On the 13th, attempt to lock in more profits and limit loss with the TT bracket order configured to use a trailing stop. So TT bracket order, hope you know what that is. TT bracket order is you get filled an initial order. Let's say you want to buy 15s, and then you want to put a stop in automatically down to a sell stop down to 12 and a profit order up at 25. And what you can do, you can set that sell stop instead of putting it down at 12 as a static price. You can make it a trailing stop. Just have a trail by like 3 ticks or something like that. So now as your buy at 15 moves higher to 18, 19, 20, your stops can move up. You get up to 20, it's 3 ticks lower. So your stop's now at 17. You've locked in 2 ticks there now. So that's the way this one kind of works. It's a neat little cool order type. I see a lot of people use that. A lot of people use that, I think, I'm sure, in the retail space as well as the pro space, and a lot for things like the E-mini and crude and things that move a lot of good deals. So it's a nice little order type, nice way to configure it. You'll learn how. If you click on the link here, you're going to get through and learn more about it. This is all the TT bracket order. So clicking on the help library gets you right there, explains how these orders work. So we go back to the Twitter feed. Next tip is market updates. Not going to look at that one. Next is use a combination of Alt and left click to market price and NB Trader. For Mac users, use Option left click. This is a real quick and easy way to actually go on to NB Trader and say, hey, this is an interesting price level. You can see in the video here, I'm clicking on a couple of prices just because perhaps I know there's a moving average going in there. I know there was some sort of action that happened at that price level. I want to mark it because I want to keep track of that. I want to know what's going on when the market actually moves around there. So real easy, quick and simple way to actually mark that. You can say you want to mark the opening range or something like that, the opening range of the E-mini or something like that. You can just click on it, boom, 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 and put where the high and the low of that range is and trade around that throughout the day. So it's a neat little tool. Real easy to do. Go in there, check it out. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Next tweet, use data ingest to import and store all market data across your enterprise and utilize it for a vast variety of analytic and compliance purposes. So essentially, if you're using outside vendors as well as TT, you can actually bring all that information into TT using drop copy and get it all managed on the TT network. And get it all managed within TT. There's a link here. Clicking the link is going to take you to a website that explains data ingest a little more thoroughly. So this is what data ingest: import and store all ordered activity across your enterprise and utilize a variety of analytic compliance tools. You see the benefits all listed here, some of the highlights. Here's one of the highlights that I like a lot. Use TT Score to surveil trade activity across platforms. So if you're using a couple different platforms and you want to do risk management across those 3, and you want to do trade surveillance to see if there's spoofing, do anything like that, collusive spoofing, that's a big thing. You could do that with data ingest. So check that out. Next tweet was a market update. We're going to skip over that. Next tweet, we showed again how to mark NB Trader. Then we have the data ingest again. Then we have a market update. Now we're back to learn how TT Enterprise Solutions enabled a leading bank to transition hundreds of users to the TT platform while continuing to utilize their own market access and data execution algos. What's that all about? This is a case study. You click on the case study, it's going to take you to the website where it actually lists, and you can see how TT actually went to this bank and said, hey, we're going to help you get over there. They had 250 traders on XTrader, which of course is our retired platform right now, and another 500 traders total, or actually 500 traders all in across the board. So it's a lot of trading, a lot of activity, a lot of exchanges, This kind of maps out what we did for them and shows all the solutions provided as far as bank level integration, market access, using a single trading screen, an order management system. TT is an order management system, so we're in that field now too. A lot of good stuff there, and surveillance, of course, which is the TT score solution. So go in and click on that link, check it out. Hopefully you enjoy, find some good use out of that. Next tweet was market update. We're going to skip that. Next tweet, learn about TT Fix services and how to easily integrate, test, and connect with Fix. Of course, TT supports Fix. You can click on this link in here, and it's going to show you more about the Fix solutions offered on the TT platform. Fix solutions, you can see, 1, order routing, 2, drop copy, 3, market data, all sorts of things. Some of the benefits listed, and look at the highlights. Quickly interface existing Fix applications with TT, add drop, remap, modify Fix tags, remap product symbols, and apply price scaling to ensure perfect integration. Let us manage all your global infrastructure and connectivity that you require. So a lot of stuff in there goes in detail down to order routing, goes into detail about drop copy, and in detail about market data down below. So check that out if you're looking for a Fix solution. Next tweet, market update, we're going to skip that, and then the market update, we're going to skip that. Next tweet, our good friend Anthony Grudelli was talking to Derek Salmon of CME about micro oil futures and CVOL. Micro oil futures have done extraordinarily well at TT, at CME. Of course, is available on TT. The micro contracts have just doing extraordinarily well over there. Anthony put out another Futures Radio podcast that I think I'm tweeting about today at like 4:30. Today's Friday. It talks about that, the great success of the micros. The micros, they moved in, of course, the crude. They get the micro yield features for the treasury complex now. They have the micro equity indices. They have micro gold. There's micro FX. A lot of micro contracts. A lot of good ways to go about it. And if you remember correctly, we put out a blog post a couple of weeks ago that shows how to bring it all together in an aggregator. Aggregator on TT will allow you to take the micro, mini, and standard size contracts and roll them all up into one price stream and allow you to get the best price out of those whenever you're trying to execute in them. So check out that blog post too. Next tweet, once again, this is a retweet, learn how TT Enterprise Solutions enable leaving bank. So we're going to skip that one. Like Fix Solutions did that one already. I have a market update, skip that. What's this one about? This one about watching 9-1 futures in Shanghai International Energy Exchange webinar to learn about using auto spreader to arbitrage crude oil futures between IME and CME. What's this all about? This is all about exactly what it says. This is TT, of course, has access to China. 9-1 Futures is one of our partners for that. You can actually execute through them using the TT platform. You click on the YouTube video, it's going to take you to a YouTube presentation where Mark Pottle of TT Singapore, who has done most of our work in China, shows you how to actually set this spread up, and you can trade the sour crude between Shanghai and Chicago. And it also shows you how to take out the currency translation, because the Shanghai contract trades in renminbi, while the Chicago contract trades in dollars. So it shows you how to transfer that dollar translation back into a more understandable, justifiable price. So check that out. That's a great tweet. It's a great interview with our friends at 9-1 Futures. Next week's market update. We'll skip that next tweet. Once again, network services, skip that market update. There's the 9-1 Futures again. Now we're back into network services, connecting the applications around the globe. Oh yeah, we didn't do that one. This is trading infrastructure, and this one, click on the link. We're going to take you to the web page to show you what it actually says. This is basically just talking about TT infrastructures all across the board. Whether or not you use the TT platform, leverage a low latency global financial network and expert operations team. So what the TT infrastructure does is we do infrastructure. We set up entire operations for trading firms, for big prop shops, for big banks, for things like that. That includes hosting services, network services, exchange services, and of course, TT platform integration. We do all that for you. Let's talk about some of those highlights real quick. Focus on your business. Let our team procure, host, manage, and monitor your infrastructure. Gain access to a worldwide financial ecosystem and address your infrastructure needs. Reduce vendor sprawl, solution complexity, time to market, investment, and risk. So if you have a bunch of vendors, we can take all that down to one. It makes it a lot easier for you. Let's see. Try and do markets without using a huge investment, because of course you're already plugged into them. So as we roll out markets, you already have them. And we're rolling out more markets all the time. There's some big ones coming up real soon. Provide regional access to your customers around the world. Of course, that just makes sense. Your customers want China, you can get China through us. They want India, we're getting there. We're almost in India now. So that's the big one I was just talking about. Brazil, of course, you're already in Brazil, all over the place. Consume NTP and PTP timing for your own networks and consume the service with TT hosted infrastructure services. So that's what that tweet's kind of all about. get in there. You can go to the website, flip through it. There's a lot more information in here. And let's go back to the next tweet. It's market update. Not gonna worry about that. So a congratulatory tweet to CBOE for their CBOE Europe derivatives. That went live last week. You can get that on TT. The symbol for the European exchange for CBOE Europe is CDX. So you can actually type into the top prompt on your TT in your search engine, your Market Explorer, type in CDX. That gives you the exchange. You get tab. It lists off all the actual products. Get in there, use that, check it out. Hopefully you'll enjoy trading the European CBOE exchange. Next tweet talks about another European exchange, the Athens Exchange. We connect to Greece, we connect to Athens. Get in there, that's primarily, it includes stock and index futures as well as stock and index options. So yeah, that's options on actual equities too. I've tweeted out a couple of those personally in the last couple of weeks. So a lot of the big banks in Greece have futures on the equities you can trade. A lot of cool things. Check that out. It's a great exchange. Let's check out Athens, the Greek exchange. Next tweet is market update. Forget about that. Next tweet, market update. Forget about that. Next tweet talked about CBOE Europe again. No. Athens. No, don't want to talk about that. Next one. I love this one. This is from this morning. Use ADL to build market indicators. In this example, an alert is fired when an aggressive buy or sell order is substantially larger than the trailing moving average size of aggressive buy or sell orders. Click through this, click into it. You're going to see a lot of cool information about what's going on. And I put out a tweet that I actually showed how to build this on on ADL a couple days ago. That's on my personal channel as well. But this whole indicator, this whole tweet, the whole purpose behind it is to show you can build trading tools on TT. But I don't hear algos and these long, elaborate things. I'm doing all this fancy stuff, but this isn't doing all the fancy stuff. All I'm doing is I'm capturing aggressive buys and getting them and creating a moving average of that. Okay, now I'm going to use that moving average and say if the moving average is 5, and now if an aggressive buy goes through and it's 10 times bigger than that, 50 contracts, something big's going on. I want to buy the market. Okay, something like that. Same thing on sells. So this shows you how to do that. This shows you how to use the time and sales block and to grab all the aggressive buys and sells and the moving average block to create a moving average of all that and basically put a buy or sell. So what are we going to do with that logic? But that's kind of irrelevant. That's not really part of it. The trade logic's not what I'm looking at here. What's really interesting, what I want to show off is how you can build these trading tools within TT and within ADL. So that is that tweet. Next tweet was market update. And then the last tweet of the week has to do with use Audit Query widget to search audit trail data for TT and filter results based on your custom queries. Watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of ways you can go in and actually now break down the audit trail and get more precise information what you're trying to find. A lot of banks, a lot of prop shops that have a lot of customers, have a lot of people trading through them. They need to go in and get more finite information, and that is one way to do it. And one of the nice things about it is to the left-hand side of the UI, you'll see you can actually save templates. You can basically save searches so you can get back to them, and you can actually not have to go create that search every time. You see it more kind of like right here. So that's a great tool. It's a fantastic tool. Hope you got some nice learnings out of all this. And that's kind of it. It's Friday afternoon. I'm heading out soon. Hope you had a good week. We'll post this up sometime today, hopefully, or tomorrow. God bless. Take care. I'm out of here.